Method number 1 is the easiest and most effective of all. Just reduce the ISO while shooting. Just go to any of these modes or pro mode in your camera. Reduce the ISO to minimum possible. That's it. If you can't do this because you are stuck shooting auto all the time, you might as well use your camera as a hammer. Second way, or rather a general advice, is to expose to the right, or ETTR. It means shoot the brightest image possible. To the right refers to towards the right of histogram. In this way, you will have to recover fewer details out of shadows in editing, so lesser noise. Some situations might not allow you to make this face and reduce the ISO in first place, like shooting stars and stuff. So in that case, just take the shot. You would have to reduce noise in post-processing. Most editors would have at least one tool named noise reduction. Just increase the slider. Some might give you further options for reducing luminance noise and color noise separately with some other options like details. The result would be, well, I'm not sure, it eats up a lot of detail. So people usually sharpen the image to compensate for some loss in details. Okay, this one sucks to use and I'm not sure how effective it is. Noise can be generated from long exposures too, so to compensate for that, you can turn on long exposure noise reduction in your camera. It usually kicks in for exposure times longer than 1 second, and the bad thing is you'd have to wait twice as long after each shot. Method number 4 is stacking. It is the most complex of all, but the result would be the best in this one, other than using low ISO in the first place, of course. What you do is take multiple shots of the same thing. Usually more shots equal to better results. Then you just import all these shots as layers in Photoshop. Via File, Scripts, load files into Stack. Check this option if you were shooting handheld and your hands were shaking because you were eating salt with your nose for some reason. Anyway, now you have to wait. Well, here's your stack. Just select all of these images, right click and convert them into a smart object. Now go to Layers, Smart Objects, Stack Mode, Median. And here's your shot. These are the 5 ways I usually rely on to reduce noise. Actually 4, no one uses long exposure noise reduction. Using a combination of 2 or 3 or 4 maybe is going to give you a better result. So that's it, I guess.